Hey guys, Tall Trainer here, and Jeremy. But we're going to do a workout I'm going to call Big Hearted Strength. Alright, so this is a pretty strong routine, but we're also going to try to get the heart rate to go a little bit here. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit tricky because we're going to be counting reps, and I have a tough time counting reps and talking at the same time. So there'll be some times, I imagine, where I'm not exactly sure how many reps I got done, but you can count yours, and we'll roughly stay up with each other. But you may pull ahead, I may pull ahead. It's not so much about how fast you go, it's also about how hard you work. All right, so even for heart rate, there's two ways to get the heart rate up. One, to go faster. The other is to go bigger and stronger. All right, so sometimes you don't have to move quicker, to do that. All right, so there's some equipment that might be nice to have, but we're gonna try to see if we can give you options that you may not need to have any exercise equipment. All right, so, but you're going to want to have a chair nearby here, and some soup cans. All right, so something just a little bit of weight, like about a 1 pound water bottle or something like that could work too. Some small light weight, for one of the exercises. All right, if you do have a band, that could be that'd be fun to add. Okay, you also need to have a step nearby, so a little bench or something like that. Do a little tap back here. You may also need you may also like to have a stability ball for one of the exercises. It's gonna be really good for that. A band or some dumbbells for another one of the exercises there. All right, so we'll get this loosening up a little bit. We've got 4 sets, 3 exercises per set there. All right, so 3 exercises per set, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna loop through those 3 over and over and over again. We've got 8 minutes that we're gonna do these in. All right, so it should take us about 40 minutes or so to do this workout. If you've got less time than that, maybe just do 6 minutes each one. That should get you in under 30 minutes there. All right, so if you need to shorten it up a little bit, you can just skip through the last 2 minutes of each set and move on to the next step then. All right, I'll loosen it up here. So, first set is going to be a split squat or leg raise, calf raises, and jumping jacks. All right, so the main featured exercise is kind of like one main feature exercise in each of these sets, and that is going to be, for this set, the split squat. All right, so we're going to do 10 reps on one side, 10 reps to the other side. Really slow, controlled, focused, hard working. Most people don't need to add weight to that, but I'm going to use some dumbbells over here. For that, I got a couple weights right here. All right, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna start that timer. We're gonna start with a split squat. You can also do the front leg raise if the knees are an issue and they won't accept a split squat. To make the leg raise harder, the height changes the difficulty. And I don't want 10 reps firing through. It's 10 reps, big squeeze, drop a little bit, big squeeze. These are strong repetitions. All right, here we go. The timer is going. All right. So I'm going to grab my weights. You may not need any weights at all to do this one. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. We're dropping in and we're squeezing up. All right, dropping in and squeezing up. Digging that front heel into the ground, chest out. I'm leaning forward. And if I was drooling, that drool would be landing on my toes on this front foot. So I have a little bit of lean forward. That way I can load up the hip muscles really, really well here. All right, so I'm about 4 now. Oh yeah, 5 good squeezes, most of the weight on that front leg. Back leg's just there for balance. 6. Big work, we're trying to go for big work. Now, for some people, just getting that range of motion, extra depth is like doing extra weight. All right, so you might be working on just getting lower as you do this. Let me give you one more time. Good. All right, I'm going to switch legs, but I'm going to show you how to do this with a band also. All right, so if you have a band but you don't have dumbbells, you can take this underneath the foot there, pull it up, like a little bicep curl, loop it behind the shoulders. Now you can drop in, and you get a little resistance that way. All right, dropping in, front leg focus, really digging into it, slowing it down a little bit. It's going to get a little bit bigger work in those muscles. Now you're going to flex those muscles more than you need to. All right, so you're purposefully flexing them a bit harder than is necessary. Was that probably 6? Digging that heel in on that front leg. When you push that heel in, try to tighten your glute, your butt on that front leg. Yeah, that's good. You'll notice I'm not coming all the way up, leaving a slight bend in there. All right, there. So that's both sides. Oh, got it done. Now I got calf raises. You want a step or something like that, just a stair. To do this, you drop those heels and you squeeze up. All right, a stair or some kind of block of wood or something like that that's not going to roll or tumble underneath you here. We're going to go a little tempo, but we want to get full range. Big drop, big squeeze. Big drop, big squeeze. And I don't know if you can hear it, my breathing is happening. This is where some of that heart rate comes in. So that big focus, hard squeezes, the heart rate will climb with work like that. All right, so especially as you push range of motion pretty good. All right. Now I'm breathing hard, not from calf raises, breathing hard from that split squat. All right, if you're doing the leg raise, make sure it takes almost the same amount of time as it took me to do those. All right, they're not rushing through them. Now I don't know exactly how long this has been, and honestly part of it, the calf raise jumping jacks, are to rest up a little bit before you do the legs again. So I'm going to call that 30 there. Look at jumping jacks. These are really hard to do full jumping jacks after calf raises because your calves are pretty toasty. So I was going to try to do a couple, but you can also do the half jumping jacks, still get that heart rate pumping a bit here. Our goal is going to see if we can get about 2 to 3 rounds on these, all right? So 2 to 3 rounds on there. Again, if you cut shorter on the calf raise jumping jacks and you feel ready for split squat, you could. And that is the main featured exercise. All right, so I'm gonna hit that again. All right, remember you got that option for the leg raise. As you're doing that, only drop halfway down and squeeze up. Try to give it a good couple second squeeze at the top of that. All right, see if I can get myself nice and huffing and puffing for you. So we can be teammates on that. The focus drives a lot of the work. And if I just pop up and down, very different than if I'm strong and deliberate. Again, if you're not using weights, you may not need to yet. If you can't get all the way down like I am, where my hip is getting down to knee level, that's your first priority. Don't add weights until you can get all the way down there. Because getting all the way down there is like adding weights. I don't know how many that is, maybe a 7. 8, 9. Oh yeah. A little head rush in there too, that's nice. All right, dropping in, squeezing up. Big, strong focus. Notice I'm not going all the way up. I'm not straightening out my leg and bailing back here. I'm staying in the work. Oh boy. That's nice. Whenever I lose count and I'm in doubt, I do a little bit more. So if you're already done, you can move on. Oh, I'd love to step forward on those. Oh, that really kicks it up. All right, calf raise. All right, drop in and squeeze in. All right, we've got about a minute, 45 seconds left. See if I get myself a little bit of time to do one more set on a split squat, even though my legs probably won't be ready for it. But that's how they get stronger. Doing challenging things. First time you do this routine, I would anticipate being a little bit sore, So if you need to take it a little bit easier on the first time through, do that, so that way the next time through, then you make it tougher. Choose some harder options then. Once you get over that first hurdle, you should be able to get after it pretty good without having too much next day soreness. All right, just do a few jumping jacks here, and then I'll hit a little bit of split squat. So you got about 1 minute left. I'll try to do about 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds the other. As you're doing the leg raises, make sure the back's not arching as you're doing that. It's not arching or rounding. As you're doing split squats, make sure that knee's not hooking across in front and squeezing out to the side. All right, 30 seconds on this side. I'm gonna try to stay even if I can. All right, other side. A little bit easier set, I guess, but let me try to focus a little more. All right, we got a 1 minute rest break. There's the dumbbells here. We're gonna do the push-ups next, a double leg circle and alternating knees. So push-ups is the main exercise. Really good focus on there. So you can do the push-ups off of like a countertop or something like that to make it a little bit easier. You can do it from the knees, or of course you can do it from toes. We're gonna do 10 push-ups. Really good focus. If the push-ups are too hard on the shoulders, even countertop push-ups too hard on the shoulders, you can go to a chair or something like that and work on the press down. So if you can't quite press down, you can shift forward a little bit so you can kind of get a little bit of a squeeze down the shoulders. If that's too much, just press down while you're standing. Just push your knuckles towards the ground. Flex those armpit muscles. As you build up that strength, it should be better for the shoulders. All right, so we got that. We got double leg circle laying on our back, and then we have alternating knees. All right, so a little cardio, alternating knees. All right, so push-ups to start with. All right, so big mistakes on push-ups, is the head is not going out in front of the hands. People dive in there. Head goes out in front of the hands, shoulders with ears, dropping in, squeezing up nice and slow. If you want to pause at the bottom, squeeze your shoulders with the ears, abs in, and push back up. All right, we're not racing through this. We're trying to get some big work out of these exercises here. Shoulders in, remember you can do from knees as well. And again, you could find a coffee table or countertop or maybe the back of the couch or something if it's not going to slide anywhere. Squeeze our shoulders away from the ears. We're trying not to use the neck too much here, so preserve that space where your neck is. Don't hide your neck. Much better. Get this big work in. I'm gonna do 2 more because I don't know how many I've done. Shoulders with ears, abs in tight. All right, and we're going for 10. All right, next up, double leg circle. We're gonna circle 10 times one way, 10 times the other. Just a small little circle here, and we go do it. This way you can see my legs down there, just how small the circle is. Abs in really tight. That bracing is a big part of this. So pulling those abdominals in. If you want to make it tougher, you could try for a lower circle, but make sure your back doesn't arch. All right, so right about there is about my limit, where I can still prevent the back from arching. Yours might be lower or higher. About 10, I'm gonna switch sides, go in the other direction. Small movement. This is tough on your back. Try a smaller movement still. All right, looking at a micro circle. Or you could try it with the knees tucked in more. All right, so bending the knees a little more, tucking those knees in. It's another way. All right, so we get our 10 that way, pulling those abs in. Oh. And then we come up for alternating knees. All right, big driving knees as we're doing this. Now it says 30 times. You can decide how you want to count that. 30 total or 30 on one side. Depends on how many times you want to get through push-ups. So we need this one a little bit to get the heart rate back up. So a good strong knee. Now, not going fast is not the only way. In fact, probably not even the best way to get the heart rate up. Getting that knee to come higher is going to get the heart rate up more. Alright, let's hit the push-up again. Or whenever you're ready. Alright. Shoulders raised, knees, abs in tight. Make sure the butt doesn't pop up too much. Make sure your head doesn't drop to the ground. Feeling it. I'm standing up, but I don't know why. Got leg circles first here. Abs in tight. Other side. Lower abdominals pulled in, like you're pulling your stomach away from your waistband. Must be working my heart too. I can't talk to you very well. All right. Back to some more knees. Lift it up nice and high. The more effort you put into them, the higher the heart rate will go. So if you want that full-on benefit, put some good emphasis in there. Should be at least somewhat restful for the upper body, but you can do a little pull in there too. Keep that back nice and straight as you do it. All right, let's try one more set here. Let me get a good 3 sets in. That'd be nice. Shoulders away from the ears, chest out, dropping in, and pressing up. All right, make sure they're not crunching up as you're doing these. All right, some of the big mistakes, head going between the hands, elbows flaring out too far, where they're popping off the sides. So squeeze those elbows in just a little bit. Head dropping is another one, and hips popping up is another mistake, all right? So try to keep the hips low, head out in front of the hands, shoulders in the ears, driving up. I'll do 2 more because I'm not sure where I'm at. Slow on the way up, Jeremy, come on. Slow is more fun. That's a good time. All right, circling. Abs in tight, lower back pressing in. Keep the knees slightly bent. Don't do it locked out. You'll get less abdominal that way. Other side. That's pulling, that's pulling, that's pulling, that's pulling. Oh, yeah. And the knee. We have about 30 seconds left. I might just finish it with the knees here, since I'm not counting that great anyway. So on the push-ups, if those are too tough on the shoulder, that little chair press or the standing press is your go-to, all right? So we're not trying to hurt anything. If you got tricky shoulder push-ups, usually one of the first things you got to modify or change. All right, that and overhead reaching. All right, we got a quick pause. I got soup cans now. All right, soup cans are maybe like just 1 pound weight, something fairly light, water bottles, something like that. All right, we're gonna do the soup can hummingbird, but we're gonna hold for 5 seconds each time. We're gonna do 10 of those. Then we're gonna do the couch tricep. All right, if you have dumbbells, you could do those, or a band tricep too, you know, but couch tricep is hands on the couch, maybe not the cushion of the couch, maybe just the bar of the couch or the armrest of the couch. And you're gonna drop your head by the hands here and press back out, getting those triceps going. If you have dumbbells, you could do a tricep kickback in there, or if you have a band, you could do the banded kickback there. All right, when we get to that one. So we're gonna lay down on our stomach first, then we're gonna hit the tricep, and then we got kicks. All right, so down the stomach, here we go. Soup cans, in effect, in the hands, shoulders with the ears, and we lift up, right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want to get my neck to do a little bit of this too. Not a lot of it, to just not squeeze up. Do it again. So I'm going to look forward just a tiny bit. Keep the shoulders in my ears. Keep my teeth together. Flutter up again. Holding. But we have such a slouch in our bodies. Back up. From sitting and all the other things. Gravity. Then I want to get the upper back to do some of this work. And keep the chin tucked in a little bit, but look up a little bit as I do this. If you get too much neck, look down. If your neck can't handle it right now, look down while you do it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. And squeezing up, shoulders away from the ears, chest out. Arms are fairly straight. Do one more. I'm not sure. All right. Now I'm assume you don't have the dumbbells or the band, but you might. If you're doing the dumbbell or band, make sure you keep that chest out, butt out for that press back, all right? Slouching happens a lot there. All right, so on here, I'm diving in, pressing back out. Now, if I shift my hips forward more, it's harder to do. So find a spot, maybe shift the hips back a tiny bit. And find a spot that your arms can still barely get you to come up there. All right, dropping in, squeezing back. Move my knees back a little more. Dropping in, squeezing back out. Oh, putting those elbows down. This is good work. We'll do 2 more because I'm pretty sure it's not 10 yet, even though I'm pretty smoked. 1 more. Oh, kicks. All right. So, kick in the air. Boom, boom. Kicking out in front. If I show it sideways here. Now I got pretty good range of motion. It's not bad. But if you don't have this range of motion, doesn't mean you're bad. All right. You know, so make sure you're able to do a quality kick, not like a flingy kick. All right, this is one to get the heart rate up a little bit. So the stronger you throw it, the better. If you almost throw it with a little more muscular work, we'll get the heart rate up more. Clear my throat. On those rest breaks, sometimes it's good to drink water. I don't, because I gotta tell you so many things. Alright, I'm gonna call it close to 30 here. All right, back to the hummingbird with the soup cans here. All right, grab it on, arms out the side, lift off, 5-second hold, back down, and up, shoulders at the ears, chest out. When I do this one, kind of almost imagine like I'm that figure on the front of a ship, or maybe like I'm in Titanic. I forget what song plays on there. Shoulders and ears, chest out. 5-second hold. That's where the hard part comes in. Now as you're raising, make sure you're not raising back behind where your shoulders popping forward, you're lifting up. You're trying to peel that shoulder blade back as you lift off. All right. Lots of upper back there. So there's 2 more. Because it feels about right. All right, back to our couch. For the tricep here. All right, jumping in, pressing back out. Oh boy. Now the tricep at the back of the arm and anchors right into the elbow. So sometimes you feel a little bit the elbow. If you're feeling too much the elbow, see if you can change your angle. So change where your head is diving towards, or pick your butt up a little bit more. You get a little bit easier spot for the elbow, but hard for the tricep. Wait a little bit. I gotta make this easier. This is killing me. Oh, I think I got 2 more to go. Oh boy. At least. I'll do 3 because I gotta pause really quick. 2. Squeezing all the way up, pretty fun too. Coming out. Get up pretty straight. Oh, kicks. Oh, that sweat coming down real nice. We're trying to get those muscles going. Really important to be stimulating and building muscle. All right? But they should be really hard to do. Really hard to do. And if they're not, you find ways to make them harder. All right? So how you shift down there will change the difficulty up. That soup can hummingbird not hard enough, you can use dumbbells. Heavier weights there. But make sure it doesn't become a neck exercise. Alright, we got about 45 seconds left. Alright, soup can hummingbird, at least want to get that one done. That one's like the main exercise of this set. We'll try to get a few reps of this in. Technically, we should be able to finish it because 10 reps should take 50 seconds. Squeezing up, shoulders with the ears. So easy to start squeezing up into the neck. We're trying to train something different. Shoulders squeezing down, abs pulled in, butt cheeks tight. All right, got it. So he went through more or less times than I did, and that's fine. No matter how it works, it works. Next one, if you don't have dumbbells or a band, you're gonna do burpees. But if you have dumbbells or a band, you're gonna do bicep curls. All right, right in here, bicep curls coming down and up there. And the burpee, kind of off your chair or bench, or you could do the floor, but you got to have pretty good range of motion for that. You're gonna put the hands on there, step back, step in and up. There's 10 of those. All right, you can step back, or you can jump back. for those, all right? So I'm gonna do the biceps because I have those available, all right? Now when you're doing the band, we got dumbbell option there too. I'll show the band option because it's kind of fun. And that is where this set you may want your stability ball. If you don't have one, you're gonna do a booty bridge, glute bridge there, all right? So stepping in the band, show you a couple options here. Our biceps, only 10 of them, so I'm gonna make them pretty tough. All right, doing burpees. If you don't have anything worth you working the biceps with, you could use grocery bags full of groceries as well, or anything heavy. All right, so I'm pulling up, really putting good focus, and I'm not squeezing around. I'm really putting focus on going a little bit slower this way. Now if I want to make it tougher, I can step both feet in. Now I'm standing a little bit more of the band. Now there's less band up here for me to work with, which makes it tougher. All right, if I need it tougher than that, I can widen it just a little bit, and then go at it from there. And now, it's pretty good. Do just a couple more there. All right, grab my stability ball, pull it over here, and lay down, trying to hit my head on a soup can. All right, so the stability ball, hamstring curl, hips are off the ground, toes pull back towards you, hands on the ground, rolling the ball in, lifting the hips higher. So I almost like you're trying to lift the hips higher as you roll the ball in. If you don't have a stability ball, you're going for the hip bridge. Squeezing up, dropping down, squeezing up, dropping down, all right? On the hip bridge, it's quite a bit easier, you know, than the stability ball curl. The stability ball curls go hard. If you're having a lot of trouble with it, maybe just do 10 stability ball curls for this first day. And start working out from there. At first, your curl may look a little bit more like this, where your hips are low. We're gonna try to get those hips to pop up there, all right? We're trying to get muscle work in here, all right? So yeah, laying down doesn't get much cardio, but boy, you're getting good muscle work. As you're doing them, don't point your toes. If you point your toes, your calf and your hamstring are more likely to cramp, all right? It's gonna have a crampy feeling no matter what you do, so you don't need to add to it. Probably at 10. 15, 16, 17, oh, big squeezes. 18, like the balls at the top. Lift those hips up. 19, oh. 20, oh, that's nice. All right. Shoulder circles. So coming up, forward, shoulder circle here. If it's too crunchy in the shoulder, you could try shoulder rolls, but you might be able to do it if you keep it small. Small little circles. I'm gonna go about medium with mine here. We're gonna do 10 forward, 10 back. Or sorry, I think it's 20 forward, 20 back, sorry. Yeah, 10's too easy. 11, 12. Now, shoulder it back there. If it's clicking while you're doing it, you're probably trying to reach back too far, or you're coming up too much. Squeeze in between those shoulder blades. Again, across the upper back, really, really good stuff. All right. Remember burpees or the biceps here. All right. Stepping in. If you got free weights, the dumbbells, you can do that. If you have a bar, you could do a bar bicep curl here too. So a bar with weights on it there. You notice I'm going a little bit slower. I really want to work that muscle. My chest is out, shoulders back and down. not coming all the way up. All the way up is like a rest break. If I come up here, it's a little bit like resting. And I'm not really pausing too much at the bottom where it's another rest. One more. All right. I'll just show you the booty bridge on this round here. Digging those heels in, squeezing up. All right, so if I need to make this tougher, I go, man, I'm not sure if I don't have a ball, but I want to really get this going big. All right, try feet closer together. Really squeeze the top hard, and then come back down. Give it like maybe a 3-second pause at the top for each one of those. And that's where a lot of the difficulty will be on that. Breathing. If you do have a couch or something like that, you could try this one as an option. All right. So you can get your shoulders up on the couch. The couch is a little bit slidey. All right. You can drop in and squeeze up there too. All right. Hopefully your couch doesn't have enough of an edge as this one does. You do a bridge right there. And if you have some weights or something like that, you could set them on the hips to do this glute bridge. Digging those heels in, squeezing up. Tapping in. Squeezing up, tightening those butt cheeks. Oh. So getting 20 of these. Digging in there. Pull the abs in while you're doing them. So whether it's the hamstring curl or the booty bridge, abs are pulled in. Take yourself a little bit of time. It's all right if I drop your heart rate a touch. Heart rate is secondary. Strength is primary. All right. Do one more. Bit of switching, I'm not sure what I'm at. All right. I'll do your top to the slide like that. Cheers. All right, shoulder circle. 20 forward, 20 back. Now as we go, we're going to try to make some of these things harder. So if possible, you can crank on the shoulder circles. They're getting pretty nice. You bring in if you can. Have a little bit more fun, all right? If that gets too easy, you could try light dumbbell. The backwards one's going here. Chin pulled back. Abs pulled in. Oh, that was nice. And that is that, all right? So that is the workout right there. And so as you go, finding ways to make them tougher. So if you have dumbbells or bands, you're starting to grab on there more, you're trying to tighten up the band more, you're stepping on more of the band, you're with the dumbbells, make them heavier. If they're adjustable, adjust them, or if not, buy some heavier ones, all right? Another way for the triceps, a couple little points on this. If you're doing the tricep band, you could loop this around a post or something to do the tricep kickback, pressing back there, and then you could change the difficulty by how far away from that post you go, all right? So that's another thing that you can do, you know, with that band in this workout, all right? So hopefully, got some muscles fired up, keeps us lean, keeps us strong, and what's really gonna make the difference is pushing it each time, making it tougher, bringing more focus, making it heavier, so you're doing stronger work, all right? Posture, number one priority though, so nail that position, and it'll be really good for you, all right? So hopefully you've got some good, big-hearted strength, and I'll see you next time. Have fun, be safe, God bless. Make sure you stretch also. God, thank you for giving us a body, you know, that can do this awesome work. Help us to be stronger physically, which gives us more strength mentally, emotionally, socially, spiritually, to get out there and to do meaningful work out there in the world. That the exercise is something that makes us better for the other things that we do, and it's not an end in itself. In the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, amen. Bye!